Hello, beautiful. It's just a quick check-in. This video is probably going to be very, very short. It's going to be as long as it takes me to read, like a paragraph, or it looks like it might be 2 or 3 paragraphs, but it's going to be as long as it takes me to read this paragraph, an email that someone sent me, an email that one of my sisters sent me, someone that I have been in community with, and at this point, I would consider her a lovely sister of mine, definitely of my tribe. And I am also going to title this "Who Hurt You?" because she's speaking to a hurt that all of us most likely have experienced and definitely began to experience as we decided to crone. This is the title of it. This is the title of the email that she sent me. Dead Daughters, Dead Roots, Death in Water, right? So she says, I had to cut out an old dead root, an aunt. I realize I'm surrounded by spiritless, dead, defeated women. They are entirely not well-meaning, but in instances are well-meaning. They are distractors from your fortitude and discipline. They resent absolute, strict, discerning women. They write us off as judgmental, hateful, fake, pro-women, anti-black, man-hating, woman-hating, and arrogant. You're arrogant because you have the audacity to believe what you're saying is right and expect others to do better. Isn't every leader arrogant? They will in one breath say you make a lot of sense instead of saying you make all good sense because they reject divinity in women. They will say you're doing it from a place of judgment and wanting people to be what you want them to be. They have no compassion and lack acceptance when those are all topics for mammies or a different day. When you're talking about power, they dumb it down to peace. When you talk about strength, they talk about happy. You talk about truth, they say, who are you to say? You talk about standing, they make excuses. They are major disruptions. They think you're weak and rather believe you're coming from a hurt, broken place than a place of power. It comforts them to think you're hurt and angry. They will hand your abusers labels to you. They have never given their abusers a label or a curse word, period. They see you imparting wisdom as they are trying to make people what you want and being wait a minute. They see you imparting wisdom as trying to make people what you want and being judgmental. They will conflate their male worship with being a nurturing, loving woman. They will weaken your will with their love and like kryptonite. They take the light, fire, and passion out of their sons and daughters. They can't hear evil. They need you to be too forgiving, understanding, and rationalizing to avoid feeling like you're questioning their actions. They speak life into bullshit instead of respecting it as that and cutting it. They will know the truth and cover it with a but to give them leeway to not act on it. They water you down and drown you in their lies. These fake love and light pretend no one is ever having ill intent. The enemy everyone must forgive and forget, let go. Be nice, understanding all the time for fuckery too. These dead women don't know how to respond or what a respond is. They respond to nothing. Everything is compassion and excuses and turning the other cheek. They don't understand what they're up against and don't have the balls to face an extreme situation with effective methods necessary to make a legitimate, effective response. It's just too cold, too cruel, mean for them. They don't want to be like the people that hurt them. They're a wishy-washy, double-minded, and two-faced. Yet and still, they will tell you they trying and mean well and that you need to have understanding. They don't know the assignment, never wrote one, and will regurgitate like they live it. They will say they tried and it didn't work, not because they are weak though. They feel asking too much for anyone when it comes to doing right. They will say you're beautiful, but they police, babysit, twist your rhetoric, philosophy, and emotions, root for you while trying to take you down a peg. Sometimes they are your everything and all you have. They will wish you well and in the confines, rules and restrictions of the world, in the confines of who they want you to be. They remain silent about what you or they go through when they say we already know. They watch men in society chip away at you, assault your self-esteem, groom you to go through the struggle with it because they conceded to those ills just being the way it is because they gave the world to men. They don't mind you getting hurt or going down the wrong path as long as it doesn't kill you and you get back up. At least you tried the bullshit. They think perpetual, systematic, generational failure is not in their control and don't mind it as long as we not all did. There is still a chance. They see a few good ones left as a chance for growth, not an impending end. They like living the game of chance, not being in control, having leverage, or being self-determining. They claim to be an impossibility, all while saying they have hope. They believe hope is effective in the first, last, and only hard ER resorts because they are hopeless. When you don't buy it, they will say you've given up and you're negative. They conflate and deflect with statements like, if we stand up, they will destroy it anyway. It's been tried already, and we will have to die, to excuse not doing right most of the time when they can, which most often doesn't require death. They don't have the courage to change the things they can change. They confuse you by saying they did, and you too can overcome those obstacles like poverty and men, never admitting that they were a danger, no trespassing and stop signs, never admitting it just doesn't work. Period. They didn't win anything in their family relations. They refuse to hear about the things they remain silent about. Talking about Blackistan damn near make you the perpetrator and the cause of the problem. They act like and say they already know. They always already told you. They don't understand telling and preparing are two different things. They are too short on time for giving children hours plus in classes to their children. They have no patience for problem solving, brainstorming, questioning Blackistani culture, no self-blame or eldership. They never walked with you, yet say they were there for you and raised you, and because they made sacrifices for you, they feel exempt from the ridicule and don't understand that love is not enough in any relationship, and that yes, there are things they lack in. When a child feels unloved, it's not because they think you don't love them or that they are not grateful or standing in judgment. They feel triggered, judged, self-righteous, and don't admit not having input or ever doing critical thinking or using their brain in their lifetime. Can't go there, can't stay there to show up mentally or emotionally in any capacity. Where they don't show up, their children suffer, but they expect more compassion from the crime than they will give to their children. They are harsh on their children, but can't be harsh on themselves. They tell you to get over it. They tell you to get over what they haven't gotten over or even faced. Most of all, they want you to understand it wasn't their fault instead of reflecting in truth to be a lesson. They show up in every instance as a hurt little girl who's too innocent and didn't know. They say that they see their hurt little girl and women around them, and they give way too much understanding for being weak and fuckery. They won't charge their daughters to be great mothers and elders. The elders put her in a warrior stance, making her silent and firm. They just want her to get a decent. I'm sorry, let me go back. They won't charge their daughters to be a great mother. The elder put her in a warrior stance, making her silent and firm. They just want her to get a decent job, be nice, sweet, receptive, marry, and have grandbabies. They say your issue with the black men is self-love to keep you spinning, never telling the secret truth that he is beneath you. They claim to want you to know your worth while hiding it because they don't have the courage to live like it's so. God damn it. This is prolific. Y'all hear me? Y'all listen, this is prolific. No, let me read that again. They say your issue with black men is self-love to keep you spinning, never telling the secret truth that he is beneath you. They claim to want you to know your worth while hiding it because they don't have the courage to live like it's so. God damn it. They want to have some semblance of dependence on a man. They grow shaky, weak trees. They believe change takes forever to never. They never admit that they are holding up the process and that their tether to men is making change an impossibility. God damn it, preach. Dead women covertly keep their foot on their daughter's lungs and feed her dirty water and deprive her of the roots that she needs to grow. They say being young and dumb is the excuse, while other people's reaffirm women with direction and discipline, never admitting she grooms dumb daughters. She trained them to be out of touch with her guts, a liar to self, and in tune for the hunts of men. They claim to be survivors like surviving is a lifestyle goal or the definition of living. They live with broken hearts that kill them, sowed with no harvest to brag about. They demand silence from you. They need you to let go and stop talking about the same thing. Now that you done found air, you can't stop talking. They think saying, I suffered too, you weren't the only one, after you finally found your voice makes their silence about your treatment in Blackistan okay. They say you think you the only one, as if you needed company, when you just wish they spoke the truth. They spent decades gaslighting you to believe you are the only one, though you were the only one though. Oprah or some TV fairy is the only one that makes it okay to talk about. They are jealous, covertly competitive, and enjoy your mediocrity because that way they look okay. God damn it. They reject you, wish you had more swag. They pervasively teach you to reject yourself, then try to school you on self-love. They are two-faced demons. They are just not there. They are dead, dragging you down, suffocating you, causing you a whirlwind of confusion. Are they? Am I worthy? Do they love me? Are we family? I understand as well this double-minded reality comes from living in captivity and being married to your own oppression. We have to be a thing apart. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you something. When I read that, it was prolific. And it is encouraging me to make a private space for Black women. We must be a thing apart. We must be a thing apart. I'm titling this a thing apart. To the sister who sent me this, and you know who you are. I don't know if you wanted me to say your name, so I'm not gonna say your name, but if you want recognition for that, please email me and let me know. I have no problem. giving credit to where it's due. This woman is a croning woman. I mean, a goddess in her own right. She sends me emails about hierarchies of women. A hierarchy of women that was something very, very hard for me to swallow, right? And knowing that, another sister on YouTube, she says that, some women gonna have to be the sacrifice. Just now today on a video I was watching, a woman said, that some of these women are going to have to be the wall to stop the niggas from getting to us. And they want to be the sacrifice. That's the thing. When I'm thinking about black women being a sacrifice, or black women being eaten so I won't be eaten, right? Being eaten so that we won't be eaten. It really it hurts my heart, but they want to, they would, it's their glory to be eaten by apes. It's their glory. You can put it on their epitaph. They will die gloriously if they get to die at the hands of Blackistan. That helped me to be okay with knowing that most black women are not going to be croning black women, that croning black women, and I use the word croning here, the word sovereign has been used, to describe, these women, so some of these women are described as sovereign, some are even described as divested black women. These are the best of black women, and we are a thing apart. And not only are we a thing apart, but we have to be able to recognize the women who are not. And we have to be okay with leaving them where they at. And in some cases, this woman who sent me this, she was speaking of an aunt, but I'm sure it's, been more women like this in her life. But she just was talking about an aunt in this situation. But yes, some aunties are going to be left behind. Some cousins are going to be left behind, and some of your own sisters are going to be left behind. And black women, croning black women have to be okay with that. And I know that it is, tough, but, we cannot be the sacrifice. We have to learn how to just deal with the fact that we are different, that we see life different than the overwhelming majority of black women, and that we don't want to be sacrificed for Blackistan, that we do know who our enemy is, and that we do know that he is beneath us, and we do know that he has waged war on us in a way that in a way that is apparent at this point. And I wrote a question in my community tab a little while ago, asking if somebody killing you or your likeness, right, or your demographic at 4 to 5 a day, would you say that person waged war on you? Someone did the math about wars, and they did the math, and I forgot who it was. If I could remember, I would give her credit, but I don't want to say who I think it was, because it might not have been her, and everybody on here beefing, right? Everybody on, on every black woman creator on YouTube beefing. So I don't want to say the wrong person, but and that's another thing. We need a private space. Croning black women need a private space, and I am working on that, because the beefing is too much. But anyway, she did the math, this other content creator, and she did the math of world wars, in comparison to this war that black males have declared on us. And then they declared war on us, and then our own sistren are their soldiers. That was the crazy thing. Our own sister and they had declared war on us and our likeness, and then us and our likeness are soldiers on their side. And it's just it's just crazy. It's just crazy. And that's yeah, all I got is crazy. And I have had my own experience just this week with a sister, or I thought a sister of mine, and her betrayal or her I'm not gonna say betrayal, but just how she was willing to throw me under a bus for the attention of a fucking male. So yes, crony women, there won't be many, but there will be enough. And yeah, we will figure out a way to meet in a sacred space. And I'm cultivating that space as we speak. So that was we're gonna title this one "Who Hurt You? A Thing Apart." Okay. And that sister that sent that email in, so much love from me to you. And I'm grateful for your knowledge, and I'm grateful for your sisterhood. Love you, ladies. Really, for real, enjoy your weekend, the rest of your weekend. And that's that's what I got. Have a good one.